Do 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 do. Josh's Order Corner.
That's me. Oh, look. It's Josh's Hoarder Corner, and he's not talking about books. That's right, friends. I'm back with something special. As you know, I have been very careful with my purchases on collectibles this year. And yeah, I was really. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the ass. I might have to speed this up. I'm going to talk really fast because I'm going to speed it up. There were only a few things that I really wanted to add to my collection this year. I wanted to focus more on cast pieces and not just little things. You know, addictive personalities of just buying everything you can possibly find is not exactly a good quality to have when it comes to collecting autographs. So I tried to be very careful in what I was getting and only add stuff that I really needed. Every single day that I leave my dungeon of the basement, I walk by a print. What the hell? Okay, great. Like this. If you ever consider accusing Johnny Horror of anything, do not let me hear it be inability to package things safely because Jesus, appreciated. I should get rid of the staples so I don't. This is going to be kind of hard to show because it's a bigger piece. As I was saying, though, every time I go upstairs for my little dungeon, I pass a print that is normally in this frame. This frame is now empty because I took it out and I sent it to Johnny Horror at Concrypt to make it amazing. And I'm going to stop for a second because I can't remember the name of the artist who did the print. I purchased this years ago before I was really even heavily collecting from Gallery 1988. It's an art gallery in California. This print was done by Laz Marquis, who is an artist that does a lot of really rad things. I'll put a link to his website in the description below. On that website, if you find this print, it will have you a link to where you can buy it. If there are any left, I highly encourage you to check it out. But this print, when I saw it, I was like, man, I need that. I want that. So I ordered it. And like I said, it's been hanging on my wall. And I just walked by it. And I got my Funko Pops. Like, we have all the Funko Pops that I think I can really get right now. And I wasn't adding to anything that I could really display on my walls. And I started to regret that. So, what do you do when that happens? You keep a close eye on Concrypt to see where these guests are going to be. You send it off to Johnny Horror to add signatures to it. So here's the print. My first time seeing it in person. I've seen pictures. It's amazing. Child's Play. Because you know I love Child's Play. And look at that. Oh my gosh. That's like an instant. Oh, that's so sick. So we got Christina Leese, who played Kyle, with the signature, "You've seen dolls that pee, this one bleeds." We have Alex Vincent, who plays Andy. "Wherever I go, Chucky will find me." We got Billy Boyd, who was Glenn and Glenda. "Violence is bad. It said so on TV." And then on the body of Chucky there, inside the box, we have Brad Dourif himself. "I am Chucky the killer doll, and I dig it." Look at the size of that signature. That is perfect. And then down below in silver. I thought it was white, which it doesn't matter because it stands out so well. I love it. The reflection on the silver is awesome. But in the picture I saw, I was confused. It's called Completion Anxiety, Nika, from Fiona Dourif. Fiona Dourif, that line comes from Curse when Chucky is backing her up into the elevator and she says, "Very common in males." And I loved that quote. It was such a dig and it was so perfect. But look at this. Brad Dourif, like I kind of I not kind of I did. I set post-its on all the areas for them to sign. And then I told John, like, use your judgment. If anything needs to change, if you think it'll look better in a different color, use your best judgment. And he stuck with what I asked for. Brad, the way he laid it out on Chucky's forehead is perfect. His signature signed so nicely. And then having Christina Leese, having Alex Vincent and Billy Boyd on the sides there to frame it, we can still add Chris Sarandon, which was initially somebody I wanted to add. These were done at Terracon, and Chris Strandon had to cancel. Uh, but I think we're gonna add him at some point on this side here. So up in this space here. I don't know who else I would really add to it. I mean, we can add Andy's mom. I'm drawing a blank on her name right now. I'm trying to find the signed pop. Uh, Catherine Hicks. Yeah, we can add her. I don't know if I would really add anybody else. I mean, Jennifer Tilly, obviously, if she ever pops up to do a signing, CSR Collectibles make it happen. I almost added Sergeant Botnick from Child's Play Part 3 onto it, but in talking to John, we were like, dude, let's just keep it with like the core cast. Billy Boyd was Glenn and Glenda. I thought that that made sense to add. And with this print being the good guy doll, it's not specific to a certain movie like you have with the Funko Pops. I did get the Child's Play 2 Funko Pops signed by Nika and signed by Karen Barclay, and I just had them cross off the two. But with this one, you kind of have freedom. So let me safely set this aside. Oh man, it turned out so good. Like seeing it in person, I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked on this. The frame I have for it doesn't do it justice. I will absolutely be looking into framing this up nicely. But let's put up some of the pictures from the signing because one of my favorite things is this picture here. Look at the smile on Fiona's face. Like it's it makes me so happy to pick quotes that they enjoy doing. And with her quote that call it out here again here with her quote of it's called completion anxiety, I don't think that's a very common one for her. I am Chucky the Killer Doll, and I dig it. That's fairly common for Brad. Christina Lees, she's great in the movies, but they never really gave her good lines. So that's a really common one for her. But the completion anxiety quote, I was just like, that's sick. Then we got Brad signing it here. Awesome. Legend. I'm jealous that I wasn't able to go to Terracon myself and get these in person, but extremely thankful for the opportunities that come through working with John to make these happen. Johnny Horror, legendary. Thank you. Then we got Christina Lee signing her portion here. Awesome. She's very sweet from what I understand. And then Alex Vincent. Now, uh, the first night of Terracon, uh, over on Johnny Horror's page, which we linked down below on his YouTube channel. He was live talking about the event, and apparently, Alex Vincent, his father, had just passed away. He was still there signing, he was still there doing his thing, but man, like, what a tragedy to deal with while you have that weekend ahead of you. So, a lot of respect goes out to Alex Vincent for continuing with the convention and really putting his best into it. That had to have been extremely hard. I don't know how I would handle something like that. This piece turned out so good. Let's put the picture of it up complete here so you can see it in all its glory. I could not have asked for it to turn out better. I'm so excited. And I know that I'm a pain in the ass. Like I I'm very like I can be very particular in how I want things done. I can be very uh detailed, and I puts extra pressure on the person doing the consigning. Really, the fact of the matter is, as long as it comes back to me in one piece and laid out well, I'm happy. If it's not exactly what I ask for, I'm not going to fault anybody for that. It happens. And Johnny Horror got this laid out exactly how I'd asked for. And sometimes I ask for it to be laid out in certain ways that just aren't going to work and it's going to look bad. And I can trust the people that I work through consignments with to be like, dude, don't do that. So I got to figure out where I'm going to hang this. I'm so damn excited. Child's Play is my favorite franchise. And this is so sick to have in the collection. Check out the links below. Check out the links below. We'll have Laz Marquis will have links to Concrypt. We'll have links to Johnny Horror's page. And then at the end of this video, there's going to be a connection so you can see his video from Terracon. Till next time, man, have some faith in the collecting community. It's not full of a bunch of assholes. There's plenty, but there's good ones out there too.
Do 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 do. Doodle-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo, doo.